Hey, I am back with video 34 of 365. My name is Samantha, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker and therapist, and I am doing a video every day for a full year to just get better at public speaking and get over my fears of that, and just try to refine my message that I want to get out there and help more people than just the one-on-one that I help. And so yeah, here I am, and I just got a new camera last night. Thank the Lord. I do not have to use my phone anymore, and I think from what I'm seeing so far on the screen, it looks so much better than my phone. I am just so happy about that. Oh my gosh, that phone was just, I don't know how people use their phones after using this camera now, because it like gave me anxiety to use the phone. It kept like cutting me off at weird times, and my storage was full, so I'd have to go live a few times. And so yeah, if you're looking to start a channel, and I really recommend starting, because and also doing a video every day. I think that if I did a video every week or a video every couple days, it would not be as powerful as this has been, because I've learned so much each day. It's like each day there's something new to learn. So I'm really enjoying it, and it's really challenging me. So I love it. I love it. Every day there really is something new to learn. So if you're looking to, just get over being fearful in life, or, you're wanting to start a business, I mean, YouTube can be a business, and I plan on making it that way. And so it's just, I mean, it is a great platform to be on, and I highly recommend it. It's bringing me tons of joy, for one thing, and just really helping me in ways I thought it never really would. But I don't know, my brain is getting a workout every day from just doing it. So it's pretty fun. So I really recommend it. And it just brings you kind of like, it kind of helps your self-esteem, I would say. It really does, because it challenges you in ways that you just don't know. And I think it's going to be different for everybody. So get out there and, use your phone, do it every day for a month, then get a camera. That's what I recommend. Just play around with your phone for a little while, and then your next month get a little more serious. And so that's what I plan on doing is, taking another month or so and kind of just refining. And then probably by my third month, I'm going to start doing some, more teaching, and maybe using like, words on the screen, editing a little more, something to make it look kind of cool. So we'll see what happens, but I'm still kind of testing the waters, refining the message. So first of all, just, there's nothing to be afraid of, because I mean, at first, not a lot of people see your videos anyway. And that's what got me started. I was like, well, maybe I'll get, 5 or 6 views, and so some of them have gotten more than that, and some of them are kind of low, but that's okay. And then you go live and you learn, and I've been live about, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, and that's fun, but you learn, something new every single time. You never know what's going to happen. I got cut off a couple times, and my mic wasn't working a couple times, and so I was recording for nothing. So, but each time you just get better and better and better. And I see what everybody talks about, like, every day you just get 1% better, just a little bit better every day. And that can apply to life in general. Every day, just get 1% better. And depending on what you want to do with yourself, who you want to become, because you can decide who you want to become at any moment, literally any moment. That's what I did. I just decided, I was like, well, I'm going to be a YouTuber. So I got to decide to not be scared anymore, and not give a crap what anybody thinks, and just put it, my message out there and see what happens. So that's where I'm at. So, today I have some notes on my computer, just to kind of keep me on track, because I'll go off in the weeds as I always do. But I really like this question. I got this in my email today, and the question is, if I already had the life I wanted, how would I show up today? I thought that was a really great thing to ponder. Because if you show up today as already having the life that you want, it's almost like your brain doesn't know the difference whether that's true or false. So you might as well start showing up as a person that you want to become. And what's crazy is that's what actually materializes in the end. That's what you become. And so whatever you think about, you do become. And so that's what I started doing. I would just pretend like I already had 1 million subscribers, let's say, and I think about that. I'm like, man, I already have 1 million subscribers, or I already have a big business. I'm helping millions of people. I just started thinking like that. I saw all these people that were doing that, and I was like, well, I can do that if they can do that. And then when I end up doing it, you can do it too. You can do it right alongside me. I have 193 subscribers as I'm recording this, and that's pretty amazing. I've only been doing this for about a month, and I put up meditations, one behind me. I always have that on in the background because I just love the colors. But I love meditation, and so I thought, well, I'm going to put up meditations and see what happens. And so those have really taken off and kind of created a separate side of my business that I want to create that I had no idea would happen. And so I recommend you guys do, if you want a channel, just put something up there and try it. It's like throwing ham at the wall, see what sticks. Really try different things. And that's a good thing to do in life. It's like, what do you want? What do you want to become? Because you've got to just try things. You never know. Just dabble. You don't have to commit to something. Just throw it at the wall and see what sticks. That's kind of what I did. I was like, I'm going to put up a 20-minute meditation, see what happens. And then I thought, well, I'm going to get some more of those done. And so I put up some hour-long ones, and a couple of them have taken off. And so many people are using them, and it's helping them heal things. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to have something where, I have my, like these videos where I'm talking, and then I have kind of like music frequency type stuff that I'm putting out there. And the meditations I have out there now are EMDR, which is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapy. It's basically bilateral. Bilateral is basically left to right brain, back and forth. And we can use eye movements or tapping back and forth on your knees, or you can tap your chest back and forth like this, or your shoulders back and forth like this. It works for trauma. It has healed trauma in so many of my clients that I've worked with, and I've had it done on me, and it is just amazing. It is crazy how fast it works. So I wanted to create some meditations that had, EMDR, the bilateral stimulation. So, and one is actually going to be uploaded in about an hour, I think. It's set to be put out in about an hour. So feel free to try it with headphones is the best. But man, I think it's this one. It is so slow. The bilateral stimulation is so slow that, man, I had it on and I was like, oh, I'm getting tired. So it's good to listen to before bed. It'll put you right to sleep. But I'll have a few more of those, probably about 10 to 15 more of those coming out in the next probably month or so. So yeah, they're very powerful. They really are. They can help with lots of things. So they really help with relaxation. And I think that's one of the number one things that we have trouble with is relaxing ourselves. And so I think that's another issue with people that are trying to manifest something. They're not feeling relaxed. They're anxious or panicky. And I think one of the most important things to do with everything else aside is to relax your body and relax your brain. Because when you relax both of those, you can think clearly, and you can think about maybe more clearly about what you actually want. And because we have to know what we want, in order to kind of materialize what we want in our lives. And we have to become what we want. We have to become the identity of the person that already has what they want. So if you are having trouble, manifesting something, I highly recommend meditation. Just pop on either mine or Joe Dispenza's. His are awesome. There's tons on YouTube, of course. But man, they are so good to just, to kind of take you out of your senses for a while. And you can sit up or lay down and just breathe with them. And they're pretty magical sometimes. You never know what's going to happen. So, but yeah, if you're having trouble manifesting, sometimes it is because there's just too much anxiety about it. I don't have it right now. When am I going to get it? Or I'm never going to get it. You don't believe you're going to have it ever. And so you have to literally trick your brain into believing that you already have it because it can't tell the difference. And I've always said, if your brain can't tell the difference, why not pump into it, what you want it to think? And that's my main thing. It's just like, tell yourself, I already have this. This is who I am already. This is what I want. I already have it. I don't need to worry. It's going to come. It's going to come at the perfect time. And every single situation that's happening right now is for your benefit. Everything's always working in the background, even though you don't see it. There's no evidence of it yet, but you have to believe that it's there. And that's the hardest part because it's like, oh, I don't see it. Like, I don't have it. If I don't see it, I don't have it. Or if I don't see it, how do I already have it? And it's already created. It's already done. You just have to believe that it's already there. You just have to align with it, almost like a frequency. Like if you're turning on a radio station to 104.5 and you're wanting to listen to 92.1, but you're on 104.5, you got to get over to 92.1 or you're not going to be able to hear it if you're on 104.5. And so you could look at it like 104.5 is like you're feeling guilty about something or you're feeling anxious about something. That's one frequency. And then 92.1 is like love and appreciation and happiness. You can't get from guilt to love. You can't feel the love if you're feeling guilty. You can only feel one feeling at a time too. That's another thing. And you can only think one thought at a time too. So yeah, it's learning about, what frequency am I on? This is all about yourself. You're learning about yourself and where your dominant thoughts are during your day. And then this whole, if I already had the life I wanted, how would I show up today? Well, I decided to show up for me every day. I decided to show up every single day, even when I had a problem and I had to go live. I was like, I've got to get a video out. I have to post. I have to figure this out. And then I figured it out every day. I just figured it out by myself. I had the internet, of course, to help me and YouTube to help me with things. But then I had to figure out, well, my phone is literally hot and telling me that it's full. What do I do now? And I was like, I got to get a camera. It just came to me. I was like, I got to get this camera. So I went out yesterday and got one. And then I was like, oh crap, I got to learn how to use it. So then I plugged it in and had to charge last night. So I wasn't able to use it yet. So I just went live again, And then today I was like, oh God, I got to figure out how to use this. It was so easy. But you put pressure on things sometimes, So think about how you're defining things too. What meaning are you giving the things in your life? Because whatever meaning you're giving them, that's what you're living. That's the perception you're living from. So you have to really watch that stuff. Because then today I had to tell myself, no, have fun with this camera. Like, this is an awesome investment. I'm sure the picture is going to be way better than the phone, the quality of the video, and it looks like it is. I'll see whenever I upload it, but it looks like it is so far, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And it's a new skill, and I think we need to learn something new every day to keep our brains healthy and keep challenged. And from there, you create a better self-image too, and sometimes to get to the identity you want to be at, sometimes you have to think outside the box and think that there is no box. There's no limits. If there were no limits, how would you think? How would you show up in your life for yourself? No limits whatsoever. You're just showing up for you. It's just all about you, and you get to decide. And you show up that way every day, even if you see no evidence of anything changing. I wanted to post a video every day, and I said, I'm not even going to think about anything. I'm just going to enjoy every day as it comes. And now things are snowballing. Things are getting a little bigger. I may be monetized within a month, maybe even. I don't know. It's looking like the watch hours are definitely up there because of the meditations. But subscribers, I'm already at almost 200 in about a month, and that's not too shabby. So, and I'm going to put out more and more and more, and it just snowballs. And so that's why I recommend everybody do something for a whole year, like daily. If you're starting a business, any type of business, make yourself do something every day. Like decide, I'm going to work on this 1 hour every day. Or if you're starting a channel, a video every day. No excuse to not do it, because it really doesn't take that much time either. I mean, I probably spend about an hour a day, if that. And that's from recording to uploading to, changing the title and adding everything. I'm still learning all that SEO stuff, all the technical stuff. But think about what you want, your end goal, and then decide, I'm going to make a habit of this. Because like I said in the beginning, if I were to have only done a video maybe every couple days or maybe one a week, that wouldn't have been enough for me personally. I think the everyday habit is such a great thing to do, especially when you've never done anything like this, because you get to see your growth every single day, and you will grow every day, I promise. And if you're not doing YouTube, you're gonna grow every day. You will grow every day. You're not working on your business. The business is actually working on you as a person. It's shaping and molding you into the person you're supposed to become. So that's how I started looking at it too. I was like, I'm not gonna do this for anything other than to get me started in the right direction and get me becoming the person that I want to become, which is a leader. I was never a leader. I was always scared to be a leader. Now I'm like, no, I want to be a leader now. I really do, because I have things I want to share that might be controversial to other people, but I want to disrupt our mental health system a little bit here, one person at a time, because we've never been sicker than we are today. It's just crazy to me how we have all these resources and all these things, and we're still anxious, and we're still depressed, and we're still angry and resentful. And so we've got to work on that stuff internally so we can help change the world if we want to, but you change the world by changing your inner world first. And that's what I love to focus on, is the inner world. So if you focus on how you're feeling dominantly throughout your day, and you decide who you want to become, you will become that person. If you don't decide who you want to become, you're still going to become a person. It just might not be the exact one that you want to become. So you get to decide how you live your life, and it will materialize. It'll happen naturally. That's what happened with this. It's like every day I'm just doing what I said I would do. And I think that's really, really important. I hear a lot of times people say, I don't trust myself, I don't trust other people, and I don't trust myself. And so one way to start trusting yourself is to start deciding who you want to be, and actually doing those actions and thinking those thoughts that you will once you become that person. And it's almost like you're showing yourself that you can show up. You're showing yourself that you can be consistent, because if you're not consistent with yourself, you'll probably notice that other people aren't consistent with you either. So that's another thing. And that's a whole other subject for another video, about Neville Goddard talking about everyone is you pushed out, that whole thing. So we'll talk about that another time. But you'll notice that your world is mirroring back to you what you're giving to yourself a lot of times. So just really keep that in mind. Really look at your life. It's showing you what you're thinking. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, wow. You don't want to believe it at first, but when you really look at it, you'll be able to see a lot of interesting things. And you might be willing to change your thoughts after seeing what you're seeing, And so, but yeah, I'll keep getting into more of this thought pattern change stuff, and more law of attraction and law of assumption stuff. But the main thing was today, if I already had the life I wanted, how would I show up today? So really, really think about that. And one more thing, I wrote this down earlier in here. It was be thankful for your triggers, because they're pointing to where you're not free. I thought that was a good one. Your triggers are pointing to where you're not free. I hear that a lot from people too. They say, I don't have enough freedom. I really want some freedom. And really think about what triggers you. Like, why is that thing a trigger for you? What does it remind you of? Normally, a trigger will remind us something from our past that we may not even remember. So I thought that was a cool thing to think about. Be thankful for your triggers. They're pointing to where you're not free. because whenever you're able to identify your triggers and change them, you're going to experience freedom for sure. So we'll get into that a little bit later too, but I just want to give you that to ponder, just to ponder. I'm planting seeds right now, planting seeds for a couple months, and then we'll be getting into more concrete teaching, whenever I get more comfortable to teach this stuff. But yeah, I'm just planting some seeds right now. So, and another seed I want to plant is watch how you're speaking to yourself. Be very gentle with yourself. Be very nurturing to yourself. If you're going through a hard time, be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace, but give yourself enough firmness too, that you know that you can do what you're setting out to do, that you're capable of anything you want to do. You're always capable, but still be gentle with yourself. There's a fine line there, and just take care of yourself. You're the only one in your world that can take care of yourself. You're the only one coming to save you. There's no one else coming to save you. It's just you, and you're capable of saving yourself from anything you're going through. I promise you. I've done it. I know you can do it too, and I'll be here to walk with you with anything you need. And so, yeah, I'm going to keep pumping these videos out every day. So thank you so much for listening and for commenting and subscribing and everything you guys are doing. It's amazing. I just love you all so much. It's so much fun. And I hope we enjoy this video quality a little bit better. And I'm going to learn how to do maybe a wider, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out this camera. So hopefully this looks good today. So will you guys enjoy your evening or your weekend? I guess it'll be Saturday night when I post this, because I'm posting it in a couple hours. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.